More now on those offices of that air conditioning company in Bonita Springs. They were raided yesterday by law enforcement as part of what law enforcement called a consumer complaint investigation that went through the state attorney's office. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Jane Monreal. Tonight we're hearing from a former employee of Bruno Total Home Performance who says she fielded several customer complaints on everything from poor workmanship to unreasonably high prices. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier has more from the former employee and what the company has to say about the complaints.
Well, since our story aired last night, Bruno Total Home Performance released a statement saying they're committed to quality workmanship and honest business practices, but a former employee says she isn't surprised the company's being investigated.
They're very pushy and trying to upsell.
That's what this former telemarketer for Bruno Total Home Performance said she commonly heard from customers who would call to complain about the service for their air conditioning. Mary, who asked us not to use her last name, says whenever she tried to bring the concerns to the attention of owner Louis Bruno, he never got back to her.
He was always raking and trying to make his prices higher than what they normally are. Whenever I would call people, they would tell me that they would pay a lot of money for the AC and some of the stuff wasn't done or completed at the time.
She says that was about 4 years ago. Tuesday, officers from the Cape Coral Police Department and the Lee County Sheriff's Office raided Bruno's offices in Bonita Springs, removing computers and boxes of items in what the state attorney's office calls a consumer complaint investigation. A former Bruno customer told us a sales rep for Bruno got her into debt for $10,000 for ventilation work she doesn't think she needed.
They went in the attic and started tearing out our ductwork, and they told us it was covered with mildew and mold. There was no sign of mildew or mold on it.
Bruno Total Home Performance released a statement on their Facebook page saying the law enforcement activities at their office came as a shock to them and that they're dedicated to quality workmanship and honest business practices. But Mary says she left the company because she had a very different experience with Louis Bruno when she worked there.
When I was calling the customers, there was very unhappy customers that he was taking advantage of them with overpricing their air conditioning equipment and all that.
The state attorney's office says they've received at least 10 complaints about Bruno, but can't comment further due to the ongoing investigation. The company was open for business today. In Bonita Springs, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.